Welcome to another exciting episode of Success Hub. I'm your host, Kathy Moyes, and today I'm coming all the way from the nation's capital in the business offices of Vision Business Hub. I have the founder, Vision Business Hub, with me on the program today. I have Ambassador Nefo Esime with me on the program. Guess what? He has a lot of interesting and inspiring stories to share with us. In a short while, he'll be doing that. Let's go on a short break. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and in case you're just joining us, this is Success Hub, a program that shares inspiring stories of successful people all over the world. And today I'm privileged to have the founder, Vision Business Hub, with me on the program. Hello, sir. Welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
You look very amazing.
Gracias.
Thank you so much. All right, so I know you have a lot of inspiring stories to share with us. But before that, before we listen to your story, what is your personal definition of success, and are there shortcuts to success?
All right. Thank you for that question. Success is a definition that I have battled with over the years, trying to find out if there is an authentic definition that will mean something to everybody. But I found out from a particular one that resonated with me, that is Earl Nightingale. He said that success is the progressive actualization of one's goals. In other words, if you set a goal and you begin the process of actualizing it, you're successful already. And it made me understand that success is not a destination, it's a journey. And that is why those who are successful become better. And when they become better, they can now handle things at the level of the goal that they set for themselves. Now, to now answer the second question, are there shortcuts to success?
Yes.
No, there aren't, because if success is a journey, is a progressive realization of the goal that has been set by the person, that means there's a process. So for every process, there can't be a shortcut. However, I have come to also discover that there's a quick or backdoor shortcut to success, which is not it's not glaring. And I found out after losing out in life, missing it for 11 years, I found out that the greatest shortcut anybody can have to success is mentorship. Mentorship is simply having someone who has been to the destination you want to get to, and having the person walk with you. You submit to the person's guidance, and the person takes you hand in hand and guides you around the places that he made mistakes so you don't make mistakes. And then those mistakes will cut off from the length of time it will take you to get to your destination, but mentorship takes you there. So you don't have to actually make those mistakes. You could then learn from your mentor's mistakes. So that kind of makes it short. So that's what I call. So to me, that's the shortest course.
I feel that's positive enough. I mean, yeah, that's quite positive. Thank you so very much. All right, so let's talk about Vision Business Hub. Tell us a little about it, and also what inspired you to start it up.
All right, Vision Business Hub is an offshoot of the parent consortium, which is Century 21 Freedom Group. Okay. Now, the Vision Business Hub is directly focused on people living a fulfilled life, and you cannot live a fulfilled life by just sight, ordinary sight. Vision is the art of seeing what others don't see, and that is how God works with men. When he wanted to bless Abraham, he said, "As far as you look, so I shall hand over to you." And then if Abraham had looked from where he was to 1 meter away, God would have given it to him. But you see, that shows us how God works. He looks in beyond the apparent. So I also discovered that to some point, why did I struggle for 11 years? Because I wasn't visionary. I was living to exist. I was living to survive and to feed, because I lost my father in my final year, and things were really rough. I didn't like the way he ended in terms of leaving us. And I said, no, I'm not going to make the mistakes to just live an ordinary life. I just wanted to make big money, that kind of thought. When I was out of school, I wanted to hammer. I didn't want to just make money. I wanted to hammer. Hammering means, grabbing money in large quantities. Making money is just like salary kind of money. So I wanted to hammer, in quote, using our local parlance. But then that led me to a lot of mistakes. And those mistakes were born out of the fact that I was living at the moment as against living based on a plan perceived through vision. So I didn't have any plan. So I was just, every road led to somewhere. But you see, in real life, every road, part of me, cannot lead to somewhere.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Lagos from Abuja, I need to know, first of all, that I'm going to Lagos. And that will inform me on a plan to take a flight to Lagos.
Sure.
But then if I don't know that I'm going to Lagos, Lagos being the vision that I've perceived for myself, if I don't know that that is my destination, I would pretty much enter any flight. And before you know it, I land in Maiduguri. But that's not where I want to go to. You see, life becomes a journey of depression and confusion. And that was what happened to me for 11 years. And I sat back after a lot of consultations and readings, and then sticking to my mentors' advice and teachings and trainings, and I got it, and what I got was, you can't live life without a destination, and the destination for every man is the vision that you have for yourself and your family and your nation, and of God's policy or purpose for you in life. So the vision is all inclusive. So you're not just living as an entity, you're living to fulfill a purpose. So that's the vision. And that makes you, so any man that has a vision is a man of purpose and cannot be distracted. So that is why, how the Vision Business Hub was born. So the business we're doing is for a purpose, and there's a vision to it.
All right, thank you very much for that. Like I said, your story is quite inspiring. Thank you so much. So let's discuss some of the failures or setbacks you've had in life, and the lessons you learned from them.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for that question. I've had terrible setbacks, and those setbacks were as a result of my mindset, right? Because I wanted it fast. Like I said, I wanted to hammer, make the money big. But then that took me through a journey of mistakes, a lot of mistakes, make money here, lose money, put money here. So if there's an opportunity here, you put your money there and the thing goes. And I always started thinking about the fact that, okay, this opportunity will deliver me. And that was my mindset, that this opportunity will deliver me. I'm struggling. I needed money. My father is no longer available. And I had to take care of my younger brothers. There's 6 of us, lost the first one, so I'm automatically the first in the house, and my mom is there. So how am I going to make all these things happen? So I started looking for opportunities that would deliver me from my challenge and of course, it didn't happen in one moment. It was several years until the one that broke the camel's back. I found myself owing $3 million naira, to different people, and the people's. Most of the people I was owing now gathered and put me in a police custody, made me sign an undertaking that every kobo I was making from my salary at the time, I would use to offset what I was owing. It was a ridiculously challenging moment for my life. I mean, I didn't have money for transportation. I had to trek from where I was staying with a friend to my office, and I get to work. I start trekking around 4 in the morning because it would still be dark, and I didn't want anybody to see me trekking during the day. Wow. So I had to do that and get to the office around 5, a couple of minutes after 5, and I complete my sleep until 7. And then people start coming to the office and they see me always come on time, and then they felt that I was a workaholic, but they didn't know that was my plan. I was just, managing myself. And then after work, I stay back until I get a ride, with anybody going towards my area. We'll say 2, and I drop off and I get to the house. And that was pretty much how I lived for 11 months, 3 weeks. Wow. I couldn't touch my salary because it was automatic. As the salary was dropping, I was getting to a pre-created account by, the police. Yes. And every quarter, whatever accrues there, they call some of the people I'm owing and say, hey, come and take some of the money. And it was depressing because, you work every single day, but you don't have anything to show for it. You don't even have money for transportation and all that. So, but then, I was just surviving here and there. I was living a day at a time. Sometimes in the evenings, I go to friends' houses, eat beans, And sometimes my boss gives me 500 naira, 1,000 naira because he thought I was hardworking.
Yeah.
And I would be the last to get out of work.
Oh.
That I didn't lose it was just God's mercy. But then, and I started thinking about it. Why is it that I'm in this mess? Because I thought this opportunity would have helped me. And that was when I started reading books, and God helped me because I didn't lose I should have lost my mind, but I didn't. But that was I was at the lowest ebb of my existence. And for us to also understand that whenever we're going through stuff, it's time for us to learn. And what I learned at that time through the different books I started reading was that no opportunity can help you, but God can use the opportunity for you to become solid enough to use the opportunity. So let me break it down. If I want to go to the airport and I need a fast car to go to the airport, and maybe my job requires a fast car to go to the airport from where I'm staying, and I use my money to buy a Ferrari, I need to learn how to drive the Ferrari on a fast pace to the airport, otherwise the Ferrari would be meaningless to me. You see, I'm now looking for a car to help me instead of me building myself in knowledge to know how to drive the Ferrari to take me to the airport. But I drop the Ferrari, I say it's not working. I buy the Maserati, no, it's not working. Why? Because I refuse to work myself. So my problem all this while for 11 years was that I refused to work for myself. I refused to walk myself in knowledge and understanding. Instead, I was hoping that there will be an opportunity that will work for me. You see the problem? Yeah. 11 years I missed it. And once I changed that narrative, boom, everything started, anything I touched seemed as if it started working. Because before I touch anything, I begin to learn how it works. I begin to research how it works. And that is where a lot of people are missing it. So I might have a vision, but then if I'm not willing to walk that vision is also a problem. So the Vision Business Academy, it brings everything holistically to make sure that whatever it is that you have in your hand, you must discipline yourself to learn how it works for that thing to deliver value to you. So that was how my mind changed first before my pockets started changing. My philosophy, my programming, I had to delete past programmings, and I got to find out that opportunities are not missed. You don't miss opportunities. You simply don't recognize opportunities. And then I was, at the time, looking for one big opportunity. I sell one big real estate. I make a commission of 100 million or 200 million. And I discovered that when you serve more people, you make more money. The challenge is, and that is why you see entrepreneurs who serve so many people. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's serving billions of people. No doctor makes as much as Mark Zuckerberg. And I guarantee you that doctors work more than he does. As genuine and as commendable medical practice and doctors are, they can't make as much because they can't leverage. And that is where how many people can a doctor service in a day? Maybe 6, maybe 8, maybe 10. But that's the maximum. But how many people can Mark Zuckerberg service in a day? Billions. Like hundreds of millions. So the more people we service, the more money we make. So I'm in the business of servicing people, serving people. So the more people I serve through my business model that I teach people, the more money you make. It's a given. Imagine if you're serving 200,000 people, for instance, and you're just making 50 naira. That's 10 million. Come on. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But then it takes some time to build that service model that would get up to 200,000 people, even if it takes you 10 years, even if it takes you 15 years. That's what I told myself. If it takes me 20 years, but I did that in 4 years, and that becomes a reality. That's what I teach people. So that's how I got myself out, because first of all, you got to have the knowledge, and then the vision is very clear, then get the knowledge, and then begin to drive whatever it is that you want. Give yourself some time. It's a process. So I will call myself successful, not because I've gotten to where I want to get to, but at least because I'm focused on driving and working towards actualizing it. All right. And anybody who's doing that is also successful.
That's interesting. This is really interesting and inspiring, All right, we're going to a short break and we'll be back soon. Do not go anywhere. See you in a minute. Welcome back from the break. I've been having a very moment with my guest today, Ambassador Nefo. It's really been exciting, inspiring and amazing. Honestly, I've been learning a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people have been learning too. All right, so let's talk about this now. How do you balance your professional and personal life as an entrepreneur? Because some days back, you've not been in town. I know, yeah, you went for a business trip. So I want to know, how do you balance that? I mean, your personal life and your professional life as an entrepreneur, how do you balance it?
Okay, yes. That took me a while, but I also understood from my mentor that there are times and seasons. So in the beginning, there wasn't anything like balance.
Okay.
It was work, 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 and I did that for 4 years.
Okay.
But then, I took permission from people who were close to me, and I told them, look, I'm building something for the next 4 or 5 years, maximum 10 years, right? But I was giving everybody 4 years that what I'm building would have stabilized and I'll be able to have time. Because the honest truth is, I used to think that there will be balance. If you want to get to the pinnacle of whatever you're doing, there's got to be 100% cut through, linear, directed focus. That nothing can stop you. Just about the same thing they told us when we went to school, and they said, please leave boyfriend, girlfriend thing and go focus and get your degree, and then after you get your degree, you can get to have a girlfriend and get married and get a good job and stuff like that. Something like that. But you see, in real life, that is actually the kind of focus you need for a period of time, not forever though. All right. So what I did was that 4 years was non-negotiable. I couldn't even speak to my mom. Whenever she calls me and I'm busy, I seldom responded while I was busy, but I try to after I'm done, usually when it's, pretty late. But of course, she didn't take it personally because I took permission from her, took permission from my wife, took permission from people that mattered to me, so that it wouldn't be as if I'd gone rogue. So what I encourage people is, if you have a vision and then you are really bent on actualizing it, it will take your time. It will take your essence. It will take your being. Everything has got to be in there for you to get it done. But once it is done, two things will happen. You'll now be able to have enough resources to take care of those that you didn't have time for. You now have enough, to some extent, enough resources to now appease, in quote, and have a bit of a balance. All right, because there's some liquidity coming in, and then second of all is that you now become used to it, because it is your passion, it's your vision. You do it long enough, it no longer becomes work, it becomes a lifestyle. And once it becomes a lifestyle, you can now be able to corner other activities. So I started using the principle of everything is in everything. Everything is in everything. So I could be at home, I'm doing work in a minor way, but it's not work, but I don't see it as work. So it transverses, just like I use this principle with my spiritual life. I don't wait until I go to church to pray. As I'm in my car, I'm praying, because I understand that everything is in everything. As I'm eating, I'm praying. As I'm moving around, I don't have a specific time. I just say, yeah, there are such times, but then I try to merge everything so it becomes a lifestyle. So as I'm working, I'm existing, I'm praying, I'm doing my work, I'm having fun with my siblings, my wife, kids, and people who matter to me. I'm also, intertwining all of these things, right? But in the beginning, it wasn't so, though. All right. Now I'm about to move to the next level. There's going to be another session of focus about to happen in my life, because my mantra is, don't stop growing till you die. So I'm on a journey of growth, daily growth, not yearly growth. I grow every day. So you might see me not so good in this thing. Tomorrow I'm working towards becoming good there. I'm not yet all rounded. There are some places that I'm not matured yet, but there are other places I'm matured. But then I keep growing to get my hands a little bit functional in all these areas, so that I can give off my essence while I'm alive, so that when I die empty.
Thank you so very much for that, sir. That was quite inspiring. So, on the final notes, before we go, what advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur who is just starting out?
Okay, the advice I'm going to give is not a contemporary one,
Okay.
and based on the experience that I have had, and I wouldn't want people to go through what I went through, just learn from it, is this: look for a mentor. in any area you want to delve into, be it real estate, be it sales, fashion, design, whatever field, look for somebody who is successful in that area and willing to mentor you, not advise, no, mentor you or coach you, and go look for money. If you have to borrow money and pay the person for a one-on-one coaching, or if the mentor is already, has a coaching institute, pay and get there. Now, the challenge that people are having is that they say, I don't have money, and they neglect the mentorship side, the coaching side. I can do it on my own. I'll pray to God and God will help me. But then you see, they enter into the journey blind, and they're going to encounter a lot of mistakes. If they're not strong-willed enough, they will quit. So if you're a young person, whatever field, whatever endeavor, please look for a mentor in that area and pay. Don't think it's, in fact, even if it costs you 2 million, yes, I know that sounds too much. Even if it costs you 1 million, oh yes, I know that sounds too much. Even if it costs you 500,000, oh yes, I know that sounds too much. But it can never be enough, because the mistakes you're going to make will cost you more than that 2, 3, 4, 5 million. I guarantee you this. But you see, we don't see this. And it takes someone who's been there to let us know that, look, it will cost us less if you have a mentor that you paid. Because the reason, again, is this. I've seen people who say, yeah, I have somebody who's my mentor. I say, how much did you pay? The person say, no, that's my auntie. It's not going to work. Do you know why? Whatever you don't pay for, you don't pay attention to. Do you know why people don't think? Because the brain that we have is for free. That's why we don't use it. A whole lot of people, over a large number of percentage of human beings, don't use this. And I was in that category of people who didn't use this. How come I didn't know that opportunities are supposed to be taken? Because opportunities is not given. Charity is given. Opportunities are taken. How come I didn't know? Because I didn't think. Why wasn't I thinking? Because this is free. And anything that is we don't pay for, we don't pay attention to, right? But then a lady buys a bone straight hair, what, 1 million or 500,000. The way she treats that bone straight is, oh my goodness, she's going to slap you if you touch it. Yes. Now, why don't we pamper our brain? Why don't we use it, right? Because it's free. So what I'm trying to say is this. You have to think about what I just said. If you want to discountenance the power and the place of mentorship and coaching, by saying, I don't have money for coaching. Excuse me, if your business will cost you 1 million to set up, please go look for another extra 1 million. If you have to borrow that, forget about the business, get mentorship. After that mentorship, it will shock you to know that you may not even need up to 1 million to start up the business. It might even cost you maybe just ordinary, some items that you even have, and you begin to implement it because you have someone to direct you through a path that you don't need to spend, but then you need to implement. So this is what I would advise any new person who wants to go into an entrepreneurial space or want to start up anything successfully.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so very much, sir. It was really nice having you on the program today. Like I said, your story is quite inspiring. So everyone out there, you've heard, you've listened. Please, the only thing I would advise you to do is run with all what he has said. Just run with it. Make up the battle of the mind is the greatest battle ever. So work on your mind. The moment you've captured and conquered your mind, and I tell you, you will definitely become successful like him. So don't give up. Thank you so very much, sir, for being here today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Welcome back to Success Hub, and thank you so much for joining us on the program today. I had a fantastic time with our guest today, the founder, Vision Business Hub, Ambassador Nifo Isime. Of course, he is one of Abuja's foremost entrepreneur. Please do well to follow us on all our socials, and also do not forget to subscribe on our channel for more updates. Until I come your way again next time, I remain your ever smiling screen angel, Kathy Moyes. Bye-bye.